Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video is the long-awaited girls' bedroom makeover and I am so excited for this one. I am just starting the video off by giving you a few before clips. If you saw last week's video, we did start moving all of the furniture out of this room and I did include a couple of those clips of us just moving the big furniture out of here to just really give you the before of what this room looked like. I have been talking about this and coming up with so many ideas over the last 6 months or more, and the day is finally here. We have been chipping away at this bedroom for the last couple of weeks, and I am just so excited with how everything turned out. The before and after is such a huge change, and I am just very proud of how this turned out, and I love everything about this bedroom. We definitely chose to go very girly for this room, but we didn't go over the top, and I just can't wait to show you guys, so let's just jump right into it.
In and out of love, never get enough. We never seem to get older.
Now that all of the furniture is out of here, I'm going to just be pulling all of the nails and screws out of the walls. We had a couple pictures hung up and we do anchor all of our furniture. So I just had to get all of that done, and then we're going to go in with some mud and just mud all of the holes before we take all of the outlet covers off.
We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat because we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. Fires around ourselves. It's deja vu.
Along with filling all of the nail holes, I am going through and just repairing a ton of dents and dings that the walls had. It's very hard to see them on camera, but there was quite a few from the kids and the dogs, and let's be honest, probably me and Justin moving furniture in and out of here. But I thought if I'm going to take the time to paint this room, I of course want to have the best canvas possible.
Lies. Say we're done, say it's over. Shouldn't be coming back, but somehow
I gave the mud about an hour to dry before coming back in with my sanding block to get all of the spots sanded down so we had a nice and smooth surface.
because we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat because we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires.
If this is your very first time watching a video here on my channel, I did want to quickly say hello and welcome. My name is Aleah and I do post new cleaning motivation videos every single Friday here on my channel, and I do like to include the occasional room makeover like this video. We are currently in the middle of making our house a home, so we are tackling it room by room. I do have 3 young kids. I have a 6-year-old son and I have 2 daughters aged 4 and 2. I am currently in the middle of switching the bedrooms around. My son and daughter were sharing this bedroom, but we are now making this the girls' room, so my 4 and 2-year-old will be sharing, and I do have another bedroom makeover coming up for my son's new room. I do love to share the real life moments and the real life messes here on my channel, and if you do enjoy this type of content, I would love for you to subscribe down below before you leave today. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back for another video.
Talking and talking. Memories come back when I'm with you. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you.
So now that we have taped all the baseboards, got everything sanded, and took off all of the light switches and this vent, all of the prep work is done and we can move on to painting. For the paint color for this bedroom, we did actually use the same pink we used in Rowan's old nursery, which was Candy Floss by Bear, I believe is what it was called. But we chose to go 50% lighter just because I didn't want it super pink, because we are going to be doing a feature wall and I didn't want it to be too much. But this ended up being the perfect pink color. It's still very light and creamy while being obviously pink.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in
I absolutely loved watching these painting clips fast forwarded. It was so satisfying, and I honestly wish it was this quick in real life. This process took me multiple days. It took me hours and hours of painting each day. The cutting in is, of course, the longest part, and then the rolling. It's a lot quicker, but I did end up having to do 3 coats of paint, which was kind of a bummer since it was such a light paint. It just was not covering the gray walls as good as I wanted it to. So 3 coats is what it took, and it definitely took a couple of days.
You will make it in time. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I feel like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved.
I was using this roller to roll my paint, and I ended up having to switch it out. I bought this one at the dollar store and it was absolutely horrible. You definitely need quality products when it comes to certain things, and painting is definitely one of them. So I did have another roller from Home Depot, luckily, in my basement. So I ran downstairs and grabbed that. And like I said, I would not recommend buying painting supplies anywhere other than a home improvement store. I learned my lesson here. I also had a couple questions in my last makeover video, which was my office from last year, about where I learned to paint a wall. And I actually just learned from my parents. They flipped a lot of houses when I was growing up, and then every time we moved, they would paint a house, and I just kind of learned from watching them. Justin and I did also purchase a rental home 2 years ago, and we had to repaint that entire house before renting it out to someone. And that was really my first time dipping my toes into painting walls. And that's just how I learned. But thank you so much for the compliments on my painting. It is one of my favorite parts whenever we redo a room.
Slow it down, dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the ride.
So like I mentioned earlier, this did take me 3 coats of paint to cover the wall completely, but I will save you having to watch me paint the other 2 coats. And this is what it looked like once I was finished all 3 coats. It was exactly what I was going for, and I'm very happy with it. Like I said, it is obviously pink, but I don't think it's too much or too overbearing. And now we are going to be doing one of my favorite parts in this entire bedroom, which is this wallpaper wall. This is the feature in this bedroom, and I absolutely love it. This wallpaper is from Wallpapery, and I will have all the information linked down below so you can purchase it if you are interested. It is the most beautiful wallpaper I have ever seen, and I am just so beyond happy with how this turned out. And I think this might be my favorite part of the entire bedroom. Now that all of the wall work is done, I'm going to just quickly peel off all of the tape on the baseboards and around the windows and doors. I'm also going to be putting the outlet covers back on, and then we are going to be moving on to one of the most fun parts, which is moving all of the furniture in and the decorating. I don't know if you guys remember, but when I purchased Rowan's big girl bed, probably around a year and a half ago, I purchased a second set of everything. I purchased the second bed frame, the headboard, the bedding that I ordered, everything, because I knew I was going to eventually be putting the girls in the same bedroom. I remember at the time I was a little sad about having to spend double the money on everything, but it was definitely such a good decision. I just didn't want to have to worry about the stores discontinuing the items or not selling them anymore, and then I can't find a matching set, which is kind of the look I wanted to have. So I bit the bullet at the time and I purchased two of everything, and I am so happy I did that. It made doing this makeover just go really smoothly. I knew I had everything I needed and I didn't have to purchase all of the extra stuff. And I will say, time flies, and a year and a half ago honestly feels like yesterday.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you.
So you will see us messing around with the bed placement. We originally had it centered like this in the bedroom, but then we decided to push the bed to the window wall. We decided we didn't like that either, and we did center the beds again. The only issue with this is we can't fully open the closet doors, so we are eventually going to be taking the closet doors off and maybe adding like a tulle curtain with some twinkle lights or something really pretty, but that's not in this video because I just didn't plan for that, and we were just trying to decide what the best way to go about this was.
There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town.
When we purchased the dresser in Quinn's room from Wayfair, we also bought the matching nightstand, and that has just been sitting in the box waiting, just like the other bed frame. Again, I am so happy I purchased it earlier so we can have the matching set.
Gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
Since Quinn is transitioning from a crib, I did purchase these bumpers to keep her inside the bed and she can't just roll out easily. We have been using these for a month now because we did do this makeover a little while ago, and these are so good. I wish I had them for my other kids. Rowan used to constantly roll out of her bed when she transitioned to a big girl bed, and Quinn has not fallen out once. These work really, really well, and we also use them in our camper. They are great, and I would highly recommend them.
I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies.
As you can see, there was quite a large gap between the mattress and the headboards, and I just was not liking how this was looking. So later this day, after I set the beds up, I did order a couple of low profile box springs that could raise the mattress up, and we will be adding those a little later on in the video, and it looks so much better. I also bought these really cute rainbow pillows from HomeSense. I just thought the gold arch on them tied in really well with the gold and yellow on the wallpaper.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave.
So after I made the beds, we took a break for a couple of hours and we came back, and this is when I decided I did not want the beds pushed up against the window wall. We wanted them centered to the bedroom, and I am so happy we made this decision because it looks so much better this way.
The truth is hard to see, but now the never, ever, ever seem to be over. I saw, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky,
So after getting the dresser in here, and I'm also going to be putting the laundry basket in here, that was all we were able to get done this day. Quinn did not sleep well in her bed. It did not go well as a first night, so we did end up dragging her crib in here and just leaving that in this corner while we do the rest of the room. I think it was just too much change too fast. It was a brand new room for her, and just kind of throwing her in a bed, it was just a lot for her. So we let her go in her crib, and we do end up leaving the crib in here for a few nights, but by the time the makeover was done, she was in her bed and it was not too painful of a transition. So as you can see here, we are working on trying to hang this gold mirror on their wall. I love this mirror. I found it at HomeSense. I believe we purchased the 36-inch one, and it is so beautiful. I also love that you can see the reflection of the wallpaper, so it kind of brings the wallpaper onto this wall as well. This mirror was extremely heavy, so we had to make sure we got it into a stud, and then it had the tiniest little bracket, so you will see us struggling here to get it to hang on the nail. You guys will also probably see me crack up a bunch of times while we were trying to hang this mirror. The way Justin's face was hitting it, it made him look like a cyclops, and he only had one eye. It sounds ridiculous, but it was making me laugh so hard as we were hanging it up. I am not the best helper, and this probably took us an hour because I just could not get myself together.
Small-minded people sure know how to drink. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes you made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess. I didn't come here to ugly cry in my favorite dress. So what the hell were you thinking then when you kissed your lips?
So like I said, this mirror was extremely heavy, so we did have to make sure we got it in a stud. So once we had it hung up, we just wanted to make sure the dresser was centered to the mirror, and I am just so happy with how this mirror looks. It is absolutely beautiful, and again, it just ties in really well with the gold accents that I'm going to be bringing in throughout the bedroom.
Adore me. Little did I know she wanted you alone. I thought she was over you, but I guess I was wrong. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes she made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess.
Rowan got this lamp as a gift from my mother-in-law, and it matches the theme of the room perfectly. She also included these little magnets so the girls can decorate and customize the lamp as they choose. But for now, I'm just going to quickly put these on here and they can change them around later, but I just thought this was such a good and fun idea.
Adore me. Go ahead now. Adore me. Adore me. Oh, so
I really wanted to change this light fixture out for something a lot more fun and girly, and this chandelier was at Home Depot and it was absolutely perfect. It was exactly what I wanted, so this is what we're going to be hanging up. The only thing I didn't do is add the jewels. We do have them separately, so I can add them at a later time, but I really like the look of the chandelier just by itself and very minimal.
kinda simple, kinda wishful about things, and you're kinda simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about the drunk nights, bragging in the glory. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell.
So this was the gap I was talking about between the mattress and the bed frame, but this was the day the box springs came in, so we're quickly just going to move the mattresses out of the way so we can get those underneath.
Like we know each other, but sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers.
So the new problem for me was you can still see the little bit of black from the box spring underneath the mattress and in between the bed frame. I don't love the look of this either, so I'm really kind of struggling. I don't know if you can order white box springs, but it's too late. Nobody told me. I'm really learning throughout this makeover, but I am going to look and see if I can find a white cover to maybe cover the box spring, and then at least it's white so it kind of ties in a little better. If you guys know, let me know down below. It's not the biggest deal, but I definitely don't love the look of the black peeking through.
Know your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself.
So now we are moving on to some wall decor, and I had this wood name sign from Rowan's Nursery, and I wanted to get a matching one for Quinn. Unfortunately, the lady who made Rowan's no longer makes them, so I did try to find a similar shop on Etsy, but as you can see, they are definitely not a match. The one we got for Quinn is way thinner, and the font is different. They are virtually the same size, and I guess that's the main thing, but they don't match perfectly. Once we did get them on the wall, I don't think it looks bad that they aren't a perfect match. If anything, maybe it gives a little character. Once I show you guys, once they're on the wall, you will have to let me know your opinion. But I am just spraying them down with the Champagne Gold spray paint by Bear. I'm giving Quinn's a lot of paint because it was unpainted, and then I'm just going to give Rowan's sign a quick spray just so they match in color.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap motel with our clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here.
I did end up having to do a couple of coats of spray paint on Quinn's name sign, so this was the next day, and as you can see, Justin is going to be helping me hang these. He was the real MVP for this video. He did all of the hanging and the light fixtures and the measuring. That is not my area of expertise, so I was very happy to have his help. And we are just measuring these with our eyes. We're just trying to eyeball where they look best and where they are centered on the wall. And I think we ended up doing a pretty good job with it. And once these are on the wall, like I said, let me know what you think about the names not matching. I kind of like the way it looks. I think it gives it a little bit of character, and I don't think it looks too out of place, but let me know your opinion.
Get the rhythm of it. I've been chasing you like the tail of a dog. I don't get no sleep when we kiss in the dark like we do. I just love the way it feels. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist. When I look in your eyes, I don't know what is real. All I know is that I could go anywhere, as long as you're with me.
Now we are going to be hanging up a couple more pieces on the walls, and these were things we already had. This mirror we have was Rowan's, and I am going to ask my mother-in-law to include Quinn's name on it. She did make this, and it is absolutely beautiful. I have very talented in-laws. If you have seen my videos before, you know that they have made a ton of different decor pieces, and this is one of them, and I love it so much.
I don't care about it, 'cause I got you close. I'm kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of
This is actually another piece made by my in-laws, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It is perfect for their jewelry or their hair stuff. I don't have anything currently hanging on it just because Quinn is still practically a baby and I don't want her to pull it down and hurt herself. I am also setting up this teepee right in the corner here. I thought it would fit perfectly, but it was a lot bigger than I remember it being. I ended up taking it down, but I did want to include these clips because I am just curious what you guys thought. If you thought it looked really good here, I will show you a clip with the teepee and without, and let me know what you think down below. I am thinking instead of the teepee, I might buy a vanity to put here, just like a little white girly vanity, maybe for Rowan's birthday. She would absolutely love that. She is definitely a girly girl. She loves to look at herself in the mirror and do her hair and her makeup and all of that stuff. So I'm curious what your opinion is down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This was a long time in the making. I feel like I've been chipping away at this video for what feels like forever, and I am so excited to finally have it done and to finally be sharing. I am very proud of how this bedroom turned out, and I could not be more excited to give my girls this space for themselves. We did keep the decor very minimal as Quinn is still very young and she doesn't understand that she can easily break things and ruin things, but we can add to it as they get older, and I feel like this is definitely a room that they can grow into. Again, I am just so happy about every piece in this room. I think my favorites are the wallpaper, the chandelier, and the round gold mirror, but I would love to know what your favorite part of this bedroom is. Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all next week with a brand new video. Bye, guys.